back to the stream. I just got done with Monster Truck Championship, and I wanted to come back to Monster Jam Steel Titans for a minute here. Now, people... Oh, good lord. My opinion between these two games. I've been leaving comments on the Facebook page for Monster Truck Championship. And apparently some people don't like what I've been saying. So I would like to make sure that everybody understands, not that people on Facebook are going to see this. But I mean, just sheer handling physics alone on the ground, this game is better. Okay? If you watch an actual Monster Jam event, or any Monster Truck event for that matter, you will see that the trucks handle more like this than they do in the ones with Monster Truck Championship. So the handling is way better here. Also having the ability to save the damn truck in certain situations. You know, if it ends up turtled on its back like that, there's really nothing you can do. And sure, flying through the air, the physics in this are a little wonky because you're probably getting way more air than you should. But it is a lot more realistic in this game that you can actually do it is possible to get out of some bad situations that you can't. And yes, it has a lot to do with how you upgrade the truck, because having it upgraded too far, the truck has way too much power and grip. And I really don't know what the hell they were thinking, and having it flip around like that, yes, is very weird. One thing that is not possible in Monster Truck Championship, though, is... God damn it. Probably picked a bad truck for this, because I've got it upgraded too far, that one. The Dragonoid truck I don't even have upgraded at all. Let's go ahead with this one. Well, look, here's the point that I want to make. Are either one of these games perfect? Absolutely not. Neither one of them's perfect in any way. This one's a little too unrealistic because you can do double backflips, which is not happening in monster trucks. Not without huge ramps. Is Monster Truck Championship all that realistic? Not really either, because there's a lot of things that you just can't do in that game that you should be able to do. Again, making saves from certain positions. The thing with wheelies is really troublesome in Monster Truck Championship. Number one, being able to pull off a wheelie from a stopped position. That doesn't happen. And you can't do it in this game. Unless you upgrade your truck really high. Which, again, is kind of a bit of a problem. But at least in this game, the racing is a lot more fun because rounding these corners is a lot easier. Your truck doesn't just spin out on you way too easy. You can actually bring it back. And this is with a completely unupgraded truck. It has nothing. And it does not spin out. And you can make nice... Sure, the turns are a little wide, but at least you can make them without the truck spinning out on you. And plus, the thing I really appreciate about in this game that you can't do in Monster Truck Championship is actually being able to affect the trajectory of the truck in the air by hitting the gas or the brakes. Now, it's over-exaggerated in this game. At least if you have the freestyle setup of the truck. If you put it on, say, a stadium or arena setup, it's a lot less. Because even if you floor the gas, it pulls back a little bit, but it doesn't do it as much. And you can still pull it out of save for saves nice. But again, are either of these games perfect? Absolutely not. Neither one of them even comes close to actual realism. Both of them are fundamentally flawed. But the main point that I would really like to make about this is both of these games sit at the kids' table when it comes to monster truck physics. If you want the best physics, you go with Rigs of Rods, or you go with BeamNG Drive. Those have more realistic handling, the way the trucks bounce when they come down from landings and all that, the way they take landings and all those things, the way they take jumps, being able to make saves when the truck lands in awkward positions. Rigs of Rods and BeamNG Drive probably do that a lot better. I haven't played BeamNG Drive all that much, and I can't because my computer can't handle it. The only thing those games don't have is being able to play like real online events that are actually scored, and hell, even Monster Truck Championship doesn't even have the online freestyle yet. It only has racing and drag racing. Oh yes, this has been added to the game. I don't think this is something I've shown yet. And I'm probably going to get hit with a copyright strike, even though I turned the damn music off so it shouldn't play. But yes, there are a couple of places now on this training facility map. You can find El Toro Loco, who has some challenges. There's another one with Gravedigger and another one with Max D. And I'll show those momentarily. But yeah, once again, I want it to be known, I don't really hate either of these games. Both of them are flawed in their own ways. Both of them have good and bad things. Like, this is kind of annoying. Your wheel just randomly breaks. Which, I mean, yeah, sure. They basically use that as a very weak way of having, like, damage, but it's really not that great. I'd rather have the damn wheel break off and you actually have to get it fixed. I think over here is where the Max D thing is. Just as a, I don't even know what to call it really, but for those who have seen the rest of my Steel Titans videos, you might remember I was on the hunt for the stupid collectibles, these little triangle guys. I've found all of them. It was a pain in the ass, but I found all of them. I guess it's not this place where Max D is. It's so... Yep, there it is. There be Max D. Yeah. So he's over there. Yeah, like I said, both of these games have their flaws. Having the truck flip over like that, that's really weird and bullshit. But I ain't really gonna make any excuses for either of these games. Again, like I said, both of them are flawed. Both of them are nowhere near realistic. realistic. And they both sit at the kids' table when it comes to that, because Rigs of Rods and BeamNG Drive curb stomp the shit out of both of these games. If Rigs of Rods or BeamNG Drive had being able to make your own truck and actual online racing events and freestyle events that were actually scored and timed and all that good stuff, then they would be the ultimate in monster truck games. Yes, and here be Gravedigger out here in the friggin' woods. And each of these, the little auras, each of these are like different, it's not challenges, but they're like series of events that they take you through. Yeah, so some different races. They've added these little things too. Yeah, and they're different for all three of them. Another thing, I don't even know what the hell I hit. It must have been a branch of that tree. But let's just have, for an example here, this here, what we're on, is one of the circuit course tracks. See, with the turns here, you can actually make them nice and easy, and you don't have to worry about spinning out. These are also a lot bigger races. You know, the rhythm races, I believe, is what they were called. They actually work pretty well at, you know, racing and stuff. Again, being able to adjust the pitch of the truck in midair. It is realistic, even though it is probably a little exaggerated in this game. You can't do it at all in Monster Truck Championship. It doesn't matter how much you're gassing the throttle, it don't change the pitch of the truck. It don't move. And the wheel's broken again. Come on, stop the damn truck. In any event. Once again, I'm not really going to try to defend either of these games. I think they're both flawed in their own ways. Oh boy, that was a drop. Jesus. Like I said, both games are flawed in their own ways. Both games do things well. But it's different things for each game. Now we'll go with a max upgraded truck. Ooh. See if I can find my way out of this damn canyon. you go. Okay. So. Oh, that wasn't going to work. Forgot that I'm on the stadium setup A, but it righted itself. In any event. And then there's Career Plus. And you can do quick play events. And there's the other thing. There's different types of events in this game. You have the rhythm racing, waypoint races, two-wheel skills. Let's go for free ride actually here. Freestyle, we might as well be doing freestyle. Yeah, again, that's not really realistic. And sure, the scale on this is off because the ramps are probably too big. Okay. And then it turtles itself like a bitch. Thing is way too overpowered. There we go. See, in this game, it actually keeps track of the height and the distance of your jumps. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with how much you score, but it's nice, and it should affect your score. again, is it realistic? No. In fact, it's very much unrealistic. But apparently we're just not going to get the realism that we want out of these console games because the fucking developers who make them don't care to give it to us. No matter how much we might ask, it doesn't matter. They just don't want to give it to us. It is also a little nice how you can actually see the ruts in the track as you dig them out with your tires spinning, although it can be a pain in the ass that those can actually affect the way the truck handles, because you can actually see the tires fall into those ruts and they can throw you over and flip the truck over. But that is realistic. Wonky moments are my own fault for doing things stupidly. If I'm hitting the gas too hard, or I'm turning the wheels in odd directions when I shouldn't be. Stoppy save that I probably would not have been able to make in Monster Truck Championship. It seems like whenever you end up on the nose or the tail of your truck, the truck just starts to wig out and it doesn't respond the way that it should. And I don't know what causes that. I'm not sure if that's maybe a glitch in the game that the developers are maybe working on fixing. I hope it is. And I hope that they do fix that, because it would really help. But what really needs to happen here, we're all monster truck fans. We need to understand that. We all need to come together as one fandom and make sure that these game developers give us what we really want, and that's a more realistic monster truck game. Realistic physics, handling, both on the ground and flying through the air. Make sure that the tracks are sized or proportioned properly, because yes, the ramps in this game, the obstacles are probably bigger than they should be. And that's because the developers of the game realized that the physics were kind of floaty as far as flying through the air, so they had to make things bigger to make sure that people weren't flying out of the damn arena. Oh, it's probably because it's free mode, but there are no people up in the stands. I just noticed that. Still cameras and stuff hanging off of things there. this one, your camera is centered with the steering wheel, and you can actually see your guy manipulating the rear steering. And we're upside down. It would be really nice if they could just get a game made and just use the Rigs of Rods engine or maybe BeamNG Drive to get the physics right, and then allow people to just build their own custom trucks, paint them however they want, custom logos and vinyls and decals, and again, paint jobs, and being able to name the truck. And set it down. And actually, the wheelie sets down nice and normal like it should in this game. Also be nice to have different engine sounds as well, because all the trucks sound the damn same. I'm pretty sure they don't all use the same engine. So they should sound different. But I just find it a lot easier to control and handle the truck in this game. In Monster Truck Championship, not so much. It feels way too out of control. Again, wanting to spin around in turns. The truck should be more prone to drifting than spinning out. Don't even really get points for drifting in this game, which is bad, but again, that's one of the little flaws with this game. God. Can you just... There we go. So we can go back up here, right? And there's even a couple of other trucks. Oh yes, they've added another camera angle, the drone camera angle. Got Son of a Digger, Pirate's Curse. Oh good lord, the body on this thing has been completely torn away. One thing that I would really like to see in this ideal sort of monster truck game is not only should the track be able to get torn up and the cars be able to be crunched down, but they should stay that way throughout the entire event. You know, getting crunched down is one thing, but actually staying that way. Because, I mean, you watch a real Monster Jam event, cars stay smashed down. They don't reset every time some new truck comes out. And the same thing for the terrain deformation. If those ruts are going to be there, they should be there throughout the entire event. And sure, that might be a pain in the ass because, again, hooking them can be a bitch. And it causes you to get really... Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure the ruts do stay. In this game, anyways. During the racing events. Because I remember that being a big problem. I kept hooking the ruts and flipping the truck. And I would lose the damn race because of it. Which is probably what just happened there. Oh, damn, I was trying to do the catapult front flip. And I mean, I did kind of land it, but it didn't really look as smooth as I wanted it to. Ooh, I probably should have went for it there. Okay, set it down. See, if they could have gotten the truck settings tuned properly for how much power and grip and everything, this game would have been a lot better. And it's a shame that the developer decided to just abandon it, although perhaps what they're doing is working on a sequel that will be better. Perhaps they're taking people's feedback into consideration. Hopefully. And hopefully they're working on a way of making all the events online so that you can compete against other people around the world. And hopefully they're also working on giving people the ability to build their own trucks. And I had to end with my trademark consecutive flips. It's not quite as easy to pull off in this game as it is in Rigs of Rods, but I got it anyways. And somehow I also got credit for doing a sky wheelie. Not really sure how that happened. But at least this game actually counts sky wheelies properly. Monster Truck Championship, it's a little wonky. Instead of it just you going straight up in the air, you actually have to land on the tail end and like walk it for a minute, a couple of seconds, which is bullshit. A sky wheelie is just going straight up in the air. And even if you level the truck off and have it come down and land, the fact that you put it straight up and down in the air is the sky wheelie. But either way. This has been comparing apples to oranges. Both of these games are flawed. Both of them do some things right, and both of them do some things wrong. Neither one of them, though, is as good as Rigs of Rods or BeamNG Drive when it comes to the actual physics and handling of the trucks, on the ground and in the air. If you want realistic handling for the ground and the air, you go to those two games, Rigs of Rods and BeamNG Drive. If you want to be able to customize your own truck, well, you've got that in Monster Truck Championship. And I suppose they have the light simulation elements as well, of being able to hire crew members and managing your finances, buying stuff, although the prices are obscenely overpriced. The body styles being $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 or more is ridiculous. And you do still have to buy them even after you unlock them, which is kind of lame. But oh well. Again, comparing apples to oranges. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching, and join us next time. I don't know if I'm ever going to play Steel Titans on stream ever again. I do have those Gravedigger, Max D, and El Toro Loco challenge things that I still need to do. And I still have to finish the World Championship here, and then the Career Plus, all of these things. Yeah. It is also quite lame in this game that the more you upgrade a truck, it's actually makes things worse, because having too much stability or too much traction or the bounce, the top speed, the acceleration can actually make it harder to actually complete these different events. Either way, thank you for watching. Join us next time. I will be seeing you later, but thank you all and good night.